The following program is intended for mature audiences.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price.
Let's get into Daryl Johnson, R. Kelly's clout-chasing crisis manager. He did an interview with Gayle today. She asked him several questions. But the one thing that stood out was Daryl said, I would never leave my daughter alone with a known pedophile. He repeated himself at least 4 or 5 times. So I'm paraphrasing. Again, he said, I wouldn't leave my daughter with someone that has been accused of pedophilia. So to that I say this. 95% of the world knows that R. Kelly was guilty 25 years ago. We saw him pee in that little girl's mouth. We know he married Aaliyah. The Savages and the Clarys, I'm just going to say it, are the worst two parents right now in this situation because they knew about his history. But they still handed their daughter over to R. Kelly. There's no sugarcoating it, y'all. They literally handed their daughter to R. Kelly. They gave their daughter to a man that was accused 25 years ago for sexual misconduct on a minor. But their excuse is it was all about business. No responsible parent will do business with a known pedophile / epilephilia. They trying to make it seem like it's all on R. Kelly. No, it's not. It's your fault first because you're the parent. All these other cases that are now resurfacing, I can believe some of it, but not all of it. And with these young ladies, they put themselves in that position, especially Jerronda Pace. But I'm not going to get back into all that. To me, everybody wrong. R. Kelly ain't in this by himself. In my opinion, it's not allegedly. I saw 25 years ago what he did to that little girl. And I know that he married Aaliyah when she was a minor. That should be enough for any parent. Forget about the acquittal. The acquittal was a bunch of BS. Everybody know that. And they trying to come to us and make it seem like they really cared about their daughters. But if you really cared about your daughter's well-being and her interests, you would have never went over there to R. Kelly. He's not the go-to person for your daughter's career. And let's make another thing clear. R. Kelly didn't put Aaliyah on. Aaliyah was already talented. He just produced her album. So let's get back on Mr. Daryl Johnson. How can you defend a person, but in the same breath, you're against them? That's what he's doing with R. Kelly. That man knows deep down in the bottom of his soul that R. Kelly is guilty. The first time we realized it was during this last press conference he did when the Savages bombarded him. When he said, if I knew my daughter was up in there, I'll drive a truck up in there and go get her. That says a lot, y'all. The same way R. Kelly's first team knew that he was guilty during his first trial, but they went along with it because they were getting paid to do so. But the strangest thing about Daryl is, Daryl says that he's not getting paid. And then in the same breath, he says that he was hired by Mr. Stephen Greenberg, R. Kelly's attorney. Everything about him is strange. Everything about him says clout chaser. This is a high-profile case. So he inserted himself so he can create a buzz around his name, so he can get some business moving for himself later on. Child. I'm just patiently waiting to see how this entire thing turns out, because it can go either way. You know, in my previous videos, when I found out that the feds were involved, I was like, he's out of here. He's done. It's over. And I still feel like that. But it still can go either or. Some people do beat fed cases. It's a 30%. It's a 70% chance that he won't. And it's a 30% chance that he will. And I say that because all these old charges that he was once acquitted on, they are now being brought up because the PP girl and her family is now talking. But will it work? And then you got all these other women that have now come forward since the surviving R. Kelly. But their stories have been debunked in more than one way or the other. I don't know. Then I read another story before this came out, because every time you turn around, it's something different with R. Kelly. I was reading articles where they were stating that R. Kelly wanted to be in solitary confinement. He know better. Because we all know what they do to child molesters, rapists, pedophiles, epiphilias in jail and prison. And another story came out. It's so much surrounding this situation. It seems like every day is just something new. I've seen videos circulate over the internet of Azriel. I don't know where she was. I don't know what social media site she was on. But seems like she was enjoying herself in the Trump condo, you know, playing dress up and all that. And you have people saying she wouldn't be doing that if R. Kelly wasn't in jail. That says a lot. Haven't seen Jocelyn. Because like I say, right now, Azriel, in my opinion, is running the house. And she's running Jocelyn too. Because that last TMZ video that was put out of them confirming that they haven't been evicted, Jocelyn was sitting there looking straight up like a zombie, like she was on something. I don't care what nobody say. And this is just my opinion. So I can say allegedly, but this is just my opinion. In my opinion, Jocelyn seems to be a little slow. She seems like she's not playing with a full deck. It seems as though she's easily manipulated. She's just there. She gonna take whatever is given to her and that's just what it is. I don't know, y'all. This whole situation is just weird to me. It is so weird. Everybody involved is weird. It's like it's just one big old puzzle with a lot of pieces missing. Child, I'm just still trying to figure out if these young ladies, Jocelyn and Azriel, are being mistreated so bad. This is another perfect opportunity for them to leave. This is the third opportunity they have had. R. Kelly has been arrested 3 times. This is the perfect opportunity for their parents to reach out to them and convince them to leave. And rumor has it that the Clarys are able to speak with Azriel, but the Savages claim that they still haven't been in contact with Jocelyn. That's weird to me too. They in the same house. And then when they went to court with him to support R. Kelly the last time, Jocelyn had a phone in her hand. I don't know, y'all. It's just